Okay, now we're recording. Hi guys, welcome. I just wanted to get started by saying that I am Sophie and I'm the student advisor for the business analytics course. I also wanted to really quickly introduce Molly. Molly was the student advisor before me, and so she's just here in case you guys have any questions at the end that maybe I don't know the answer to. I'm still a little bit new, so she'll be here if need be.
Awesome, cool.
All right, so let me get started by sharing my screen. All right. Okay, and I didn't click share computer sound.
Okay.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. All righty. And sorry for the technical difficulties. Here we go. Okay, so welcome to the business analytics orientation. Let's get started. Here's a little orientation overview. So first we're going to talk about course support. So who are the folks that you can lean on during your time with Springboard. Second, we're going to go over course structure. So what are the components of the course that you'll experience during your time? Third is tips to succeed in the course. So what are some things that differentiate students that really exceed and do well in the course? And some of the things that, students experience that maybe struggle a bit more, and how you can sort of go forward and use those tips and tricks to the best of your ability. Fourth, we'll talk about next steps in sort of completing your profile and setting up your mentor calls and things like that. And then at the end, we'll have a Q&A. So make sure that your mic is muted so we don't hear the background noise for the duration of the presentation. And then at the end, if you have a question, you can unmute yourself and ask, or you can also type your question in the chat box and I can read it there at the end and answer. All right, so course support. So you have your student advisor, me. I'm really here for anything to do with the Springboard experience. So what that means, that could be anything from, scheduling calls to have check-ins to help you create a study plan, talk about accountability, time management, if you're struggling with something with billing, want to talk about your mentor, whatever that may be, whatever has to do with the Springboard experience and platform, I am here to help. We also have Leo. Leo is also here to support you. Leo supports with some of the technical and billing issues, so if you get an email from him, don't be surprised. And next we have our community manager and mentor. So your community manager is Justin Fong. He lives in your community tab on your course dashboard. Justin is an expert in the field, so he's there to really make sure that you never feel alone. You can post questions in the community, and Justin usually is able to respond within 24 hours, so it's a pretty fast response. And he's someone who can sort of share resources with you, or you can share resources with him. Just a really great source of knowledge. Next is your mentor. So you will find out who your mentor is. You will be matched on Friday. Sorry, it's not May 24th. It's this Friday. My apologies. That is June 28th, I believe. So your mentor is someone who is an industry expert. They're someone who has a breadth of experience and knowledge in business analytics and has a real passion for mentoring. You'll have a weekly call with your mentor that lasts about 45 minutes, and I'll get more into sort of mentor stuff later. So the course structure, we have a case study based curriculum. So just to give some examples, the way that this curriculum works is you have 5 case studies, and in order to complete, you have to complete at least 3 out of those 5. To give some examples, we have forecasting, root cause analysis, customer segmentation, funnel analysis, and customer lifetime value. So our curriculum is this one's case study based, but it's curated by our course curriculum team here. with a combination of sort of home resources and resources that we've gathered from partners that we've partnered with in the past. Second is your weekly 45-minute one-on-one mentor call. This is, housed in whatever platform you're comfortable with, whether that's Zoom, Google Hangouts. We usually recommend Skype, but whatever really works best for you and your mentor is good. I would suggest creating backup links so that in the event that Google Hangouts is down or something, you have other ways to communicate with each other. And lastly is your online community. So like I said, your online community is there. It houses our current students who are in past cohorts, students who have completed the course and are now alumni, and your community manager. So this is a great place, again, to go in, ask questions. Other students can respond with resources. Your community manager can respond. You can respond to other people's questions and share resources that you like. So a really fantastic resource here. Here's just kind of a course timeline overview. So here you're at orientation, you've made it. You'll have your mentor match June 28th, and the course will start on the 1st. This is a 12-week course, so your end date should be around September 23rd, I believe. And your halfway mark is August 12th. So yeah, pacing and completion, it's a 12-week course. That means for most people that's spending roughly 8 to 12 hours a week on the course. In order to complete, you have to pass 3 out of the 5 cases in order to get that certificate of completion. All right, so here's going into some tips and tricks. Tip number 1 is time management. This is really sort of a time to set your goals, to think about what are your goals in completing this course outside of just, the bare minimum. What are you going into this course hoping to achieve? What do you want to prioritize? Think about your scheduling, how, most of our students have full-time jobs and families and friends, and, how are you going to prioritize the course and make sure that you're able to sort of manage those interruptions and potential feelings of procrastination, as we all do. So that's something that, I'm here for to help you with, and your mentor is here to help you with accountability. So think about time management as you start to get into the course. Second is, the study plan tool is really helpful. It lives in your course profile. You can sort of use it to, if you plan on completing in less than 12 weeks, you can see sort of how it would estimate you complete that course, or you can see if you set it to 12 weeks, what it would estimate that you work on each week or accomplish by the end of each week. This is an estimate, so, it may take you a bit longer to do some parts than others, or it may not take nearly as long as it estimates for you. This is just different for everyone. So bear that in mind. Tip 2, develop your mentor relationship. So a great tool that we have is to set the agenda for your mentor call. You're able to do this when you prepare for your mentor call. Developing your mentor relationship, is really important. I would say that preparing for that first call, come in with an agenda set, ready to talk about maybe the case studies, some questions you might have, talk about your background, what you're interested in, why you joined Springboard to begin with. Feel free to give feedback as to how you'd like to be mentored, how you want that relationship to look like. Our mentors are really fantastic people and really have a passion for mentoring. So, let them know your goals and your course pace, and make sure you're setting up those backup links and always have sort of that line of communication there. Additionally, make sure that if you do have to cancel a mentor call, that you're doing so at least 24 hours in advance. So there's, mutual respect there of time. Oh, yeah, I just kind of went on this, but yeah, introduce yourself first call, communicate cancellations, and you can set your call topics. You can also give feedback by rating the calls at the end, which your student advisor will see. All right, so tip 3, engage in the community. We talked about this a little bit already, but ask questions in the online community. You can create or join study groups. So, if there are other folks who live nearby you, you can schedule meetups if you'd like. You can also, communicate online and sort of study together. Attend office hours. We do have data science office hours every Thursday at 4 p.m. So if you'd like to join those, they are posted in the announcements and the upcoming events section of your student profile. So you can join us there to talk all things data science. And you can also request office hour topics. Our office hours have me, myself, and Catherine, we're both student advisors, and also they have experts in the industry, and they're there to either answer general Q&As, you can request topics to discuss, we have students who present their capstone projects, and you can talk about those and ask questions. So it's a really great time to kind of engage further in the community. So what happens next? Finish the introduction section before your first mentor call. So, I would say read over the frequently asked questions section, make sure that, you're prepared in that way, and set those expectations for your first mentor call, set the agenda, and get ready to meet your mentor. Via email would be great. Once you get matched, send it in a little intro email so that you can get that flow of communication going sooner rather than later. The course starts Monday, July 1st, so enjoy. So that's about it. Last we have questions. I will open the floor. Let's see. Oh, okay. So yeah, at the bottom is where you can reach me, either students@springboard.com or sophie@springboard.com. But we'll get back to some questions here. I will open the floor. Okay. Did I do that right? Stop share. Okay, there we go. So if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself or ask it in the chat box, and hopefully I will be able to answer. Let's see. David asked, can you discuss the capstone project? I believe there is no capstone project for this course. For business analytics, it's just the 5 case studies. So in order to complete, you have to pass 3 of those 5, but there is no final capstone project.
Correct.
Anyone else have any questions? No questions, a dumb question. Feel free to jump on in. All right. We'll hang out here for another minute, but feel free to ask a question in the chat box or unmute yourself. Just to reiterate, you can reach me if you have any questions that come to you afterwards at Sophie, S-O-P-H-I-E, @springboard.com. And thank you. Great. Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
That was easy.
That was easy.
Thanks, orientation.
Yeah. So yeah, feel free to email if you have any questions going forward or want to set up weekly times or bi-weekly times to talk. And that's about it. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Cool. Thanks.
Bye-bye.